Welcome to Two Guys in a Podcast. I'm Tom Waite.
And I'm Mike Cardinalli.
Thanks for joining us after our 2-week break. Mike went up to Silver Lake Sand Dunes camping.
A little bit of fun. You can tell I got a little tan going on.
Back from that. I think we're going to talk about quite a bit of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got some pretty cool video and stuff that we'll splice in.
Got a little water footage. Got a little going up the hills footage. Got some footage of my buddies that are out there having a good time. We do it every year.
Jeep weekend, yeah, Jeep getaway.
Yeah, and it's called the Wallapalooza. There's a Facebook page. You can check it out. There's some cool pictures and videos there from when we were out doing our thing. And
Good times.
It's called a Wallapalooza because Don Wallow is the organizer of it. And usually we get about, 30, 40, 50 people on and off for 10 days.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get into that, and we got some exciting news to tell you coming up right after the intro.
So stand by. We're going to get after it.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, so before we get after talking about Mike's trip up to Silver Lake, which is going to be really exciting, we got some real awesome footage to drop in on the video for you to experience. Mike, while you were up there, you sent me some pretty exciting news. Why don't you tell us what that was?
Yeah, so we got some very, very, I guess I would call it family news. So you've heard us talk a little bit about it on previous episodes.
Yeah.
About my Uncle Johnny, who was a World War II vet and wrote a book called 65 Years Secrecy. Shameless plug, check it out. It's on Amazon.
Link in the description. It's a great book.
Yep, it's a pretty cool book.
True stories about. It's actually your grandfather's brother.
Yeah,
so you're like great uncle.
It's my great uncle, but I knew him growing up. We spent time with him growing up and stuff, and all that good stuff. I get chills just thinking about it. So, just incredibly exciting news, especially for those of our viewers that are veterans or still serving.
Yeah, I got goosebumps thinking about it right now.
Yeah, just incredible news. So, kind of just the short version of it is my uncle was a original member of the OSS back in World War II, so he was a spy. And for 65 years, he couldn't talk about his experiences in the war. And back in 2008, I think it was, he was received a letter or whatever that said, you could talk about your experiences in the war. It's been 65 years. So he wrote the book.
Yeah, that's when he decided to write the book and tell the story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So he wrote the book, and I don't know how successful the book was or anything. I actually interviewed him and my Uncle Carl, who passed away a while back when I was doing Frontlines of Freedom with Denny Gillum.
Yeah, radio show. Yeah.
The radio show we were doing. And so anyway, he's been doing some going out and talking to people and doing some other things. Well, the phenomenal news is he received, I don't even know what you call it.
Like notification?
Yeah, notification. That's a good word. He received notification that he is going to be receiving the Congressional Medal of Honor. It's phenomenal. It's an amazing accomplishment, and we're going to link the description below of an interview that he did, a video interview he did. He did a couple of them. At the end of the video, it shows his awards that he received from back in World War II. And I believe there's a Bronze Star in there too. So just a phenomenal guy. Feel very honored to know him.
Yeah, walking history.
And he's
walking history that he couldn't talk about for 65 years.
Right. And he's 95 years old, sharp as ever. And
now he's being awarded the Medal of Honor.
So he's getting the Medal of Honor.
That's amazing.
There's been I think about 31 or 3,200 people that have received it in the U.S.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's that many.
No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, but
I would never guess that high.
If you look at the history of it, because there's a whole Medal of Honor. I think it's medalofhonor.org.
Yeah, there's a whole organization.
And you can, every person's pictures in there, every citation of everyone that's ever received it. And if you look, a lot of them were given in the 1800s.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty rare now.
Yeah,
in the last 50 years, it's pretty rare. And
the requirements changed dramatically. So if you look at the numbers of who received the Medal of Honor over the last 100 years, the requirements have changed quite a bit. There's a pretty amazing story about a SEAL who got one, and basically he went into a room of insurgents with hostages, killed all the insurgents while protecting all the hostages.
Yeah.
And I think that was Afghanistan. So he was one of the recipients.
Is that the guy that got shot like 21 times?
I don't know if it's the same guy.
Yeah, because there was one. I know there. I heard that one that you told me about, but I heard another. It was either a SEAL or a Special Forces guy that went into a room and a bunch of insurgents popped up and he engaged them. He was shot 21 times. He killed everyone in the room and lived 21 times. He got shot though.
So what's unique, I think, about my uncle's story is that unlike some of the other Medal of Honor winners or awardees, I wouldn't call them winners.
Yeah, they're not really winners, but
a lot of the Medal of Honor recipients died.
Yeah, they're
getting the medal.
Posthumously awarded. Yeah,
absolutely.
There's been a few over the last 15 years from Iraq and Afghanistan, the global war on terror. There's been a few living. I think only 2 or 3, maybe 4 at the most.
There's only right now currently there's 73 people living. that have received it.
I know Dakota, Sergeant Dakota got it.
From
Dakota Meyer,
or something like
maybe
that?
Dakota
Was
Meyer.
it the guy from?
No, he's the guy
this is
that.
a different guy.
He was a Marine that got it
okay.
several years back. I know of an Army Staff Sergeant that got it. A couple Marines have gotten it. Army Staff Sergeant, but anyway, it's a rare achievement. I mean, it's the highest honor you can get in the military, and I think they used to call it the Congressional Medal, but I don't think they call it the Congressional Medal anymore. I think it's just the Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor. Yeah, I believe so.
And
there's different levels.
Yeah, it's extreme. Like, people are put in for it all the time, and then it gets downgraded, if you want to call it downgraded, to like a Silver Star or something, which is the second highest award. It's an amazing achievement to get one, to be awarded one.
So what I was going to say is one of the things I think that's unique about my Uncle Carl or Uncle Johnny's story is that it's not publicly known why he's receiving the award.
Correct.
So I am really, really excited to hear what he's receiving the award for. Like, if you read his book, 65 Years of Secrecy, and you watch the video that I think is about 25 or 30 minutes long.
We'll link that in the description. We'll link that down below.
Yeah, the stories
it's a good story
he tells are mind-blowing. Like one in particular about how he took a female Katya, I think was her name, in a boat across the river.
She was like his asset.
Yeah.
Like a German asset. Right?
Yeah. So she went off and befriended a German commander or something like that and was feeding him back information. She was killed, and he tells the story, I don't remember all the details, it was a little fuzzy, but she eventually dies. But just this, so there's I can't remember the bridge name.
They made a movie out of it.
Yeah. He had significant intel given that we saved that bridge.
The bridge over the Rhine or something. There's a famous movie.
And it was a pivotal point in the war. And to think that he was involved in that is just amazing. It's mind-blowing. And he's 95 years old. His birthday was August 4th. So
that's amazing.
It's.
And you're going to the ceremony.
I'm going to the White House. Yeah.
How about that? That is absolutely amazing.
So he called my mom and asked if, what I'm doing these days and that kind of stuff. Because, again, he keeps tabs on me.
He knows you're in the military.
He knows I'm in the military. And he asked that I would come to the White House.
Maybe that was him.
To come to the White House
participate in it. That is
dress
awesome.
Blue uniform.
Absolutely, that is awesome.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I mean, I told my boss, I said, I don't know if you're going to, fire me if I go, but whatever dates there are,
you're going.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
My plant manager laughed because he's an old vet. He's a Navy vet, and he's like, "You will absolutely be there. There is no question."
Okay, so 3,200 of these ever given in the history of our country. Say what you will about politics. Say what you will about the president. Whatever. You're going to the White House. It's still the president of the United States,
right?
Awarding this medal to a family member of yours for going. I mean, they don't give these away, right? They don't. It's rare to give these. Like, literally, if you Google it, it's probably, there hasn't been 10 of them in the last 20 years, probably 25 years. I know the two Delta Force guys from Black Hawk Down got them posthumously. In the movie, they're the two that stayed behind and tried to protect the pilot. And there's been maybe a handful, 5, maybe 4 or 5 from the last 15 years of the Gulf War.
It really is mind blowing. And
this is going back 60, 70 years.
well, I'm trying to remember. 40. He was drafted. I want to say it was back in 43, 42 or 43, and he was a staff sergeant. So, I mean, he was in the second wave on D-Day.
Yeah. And made it all the way to play a pivotal role in the invasion of Germany. I mean, and Berlin.
Yeah.
And I mean, just
The other
crazy,
unique thing is
crazy
when you
thing.
watch the video, he has war. What do you call it? Not paraphernalia, but I guess you could call it
Memorabilia, kind of.
memorabilia.
Like, yeah.
He's got war memorabilia from
'Cause back then-
75 years ago.
Yeah, back then you could bring it home.
Right. He's
You
got.
could bring it home.
He has spy
Treasure,
maps
it's like war treasure.
that he shows in the video of
Yeah.
where all the spies were during
Yeah,
the war.
that's insane.
He's got a knife from a famous guy that taught hand-to-hand combat that actually taught him, and he talks about the video. He was cut. He was the only one that received that knife from that guy, and it's like it was made in London or something. And this guy was a famous hand-to-hand combat who trained him how to fight. Like it's just.
It's like out of a movie.
For anybody who's not in the military or not a history buff or anything like that,
Yeah, it might not mean much.
It might not mean much, but for you vets, for you guys that serve,
It's
for
amazing.
you guys that understand and have the respect for that generation, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
And
There's never been a generation like that, and never will be again.
yeah, so
It is mind blowing. It's awesome.
check out
So
the video.
definitely-
take the time.
Definitely get some video, get some pictures, interview him. Talk to him a little bit,
Yeah.
get him on video. Be awesome to get his permission to roll it into this. 2 guys on a podcast.
Oh, he'll have no problem. With
Yeah, and
But I think a lot of people, I don't know about you, but a lot of people look at what they have the ability to achieve based on what their forefathers have achieved, right?
it's pride. Yeah,
So
family pride.
to me, being in the Navy for 30 years just pales into comparison of what Uncle Johnny accomplished in the time he was in the war.
Yeah, and you don't even know the whole story.
Yeah.
And we probably never will, right? Even though he wrote the book and you talk to him and stuff, there's going to be things that he's forgotten that
you would be surprised how much detail that man remembers.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it shaped his entire life.
Yeah, and then to think, for years he couldn't talk about it. Not a word to anybody that was close to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, check out the video. Check out the book.
Links. We'll have all those links in the description.
Yeah,
Definitely check them out. Go on to Amazon and buy the book. It's worth the read. It's cheap. It's not a very expensive
Yeah, I
book.
don't even know how much it
Pretty
was.
short. It's like $12.95. I mean, it's pretty cheap. Good book. Read it. Pass it on to someone else to keep this story alive.
And I have it on Kindle too. You can get it on
Yeah,
Kindle.
absolutely.
So, just
These are the stories that these guys are. 3 to 5 years. These guys are all going to be gone,
isn't
most
that
likely.
something?
And their stories have to live on.
Yeah.
They have to.
So
Because if you don't learn from your history, you're going to repeat it.
yeah, it's
And
pretty
we don't
exciting.
want to repeat that.
It's
Right.
it's really really exciting. I can't be prouder. I honestly, I'm proud of things that my mom and my dad and other people have done. But this is just, I couldn't be prouder to have the last name of a Cardinalli, knowing
Absolutely.
that Johnny Cardinalli was a war hero and a legitimate war hero
Good to be recognized
and
by
recognized
the
for his
highest
contributions.
office in the country. So, I've never met him. I've known you for on and off for 5, 6 years?
Yeah.
Maybe 4, 5, whatever, 5, 6 years. I'm proud, right? Because I know somebody that knows somebody, right?
Yeah, it's
so
just-
it's like, yeah, it's pretty rare to know. I know a Medal of Honor winner that lives up north where I grew up by Pentwater. He lives up by Baldwin maybe or something.
Right.
Dewey. He actually went to D.C. recently with the gentleman from South Haven that just got the Medal of Honor a couple weeks ago. So a Vietnam vet that got awarded the Medal of Honor, and he went out because for these Medal of Honor ceremonies, a lot of the living members come back.
Right. Yep.
So he went out there. But again, I've talked to him a couple times, but this is a family member now of somebody that I know. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
and what's interesting about it is you've served for 30 years, like you said, and the pride. Like when you texted me, I could just tell. I could read the pride in your text. Like I could feel it. You're on vacation, all of a sudden you get this news, and it was just like everything stopped. I'm sure, and you're just like, wow.
And growing up, I knew him. We had dinners together and all that kind of stuff. But for him to go out of his way, because I've been away from Monterey and all of my uncles and cousins and stuff for years. So for him to go out of the way to call my
search
mom
you out, yeah,
and say, hey, can Mike be there? I it's just mind blowing.
I think a couple shows ago you were saying that your mom. I don't know if it made the final clip, but you were talking about how he was trying to get a hold of you, and we thought maybe it was because we mentioned him in the podcast.
Right.
Yeah. Little did we know, that he's getting awarded the highest achievement you can get in the military.
Yeah,
it's outstanding.
I can't even talk about it enough because it's just so mind blowing.
So absolutely get video, get him on camera, take pictures, whatever you're allowed to do, 'cause
So
you'll be
it's
at the White
supposed
House.
it's supposed to happen in October, November time frame. So my Uncle Johnny lives in California, so it's a little bit longer trip for him than it will be for me. But I plan to go out. I'm going to find out if he's going to go out a couple of days before. I'm assuming he's going to go out a day or two before.
Yeah, because I think there's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's all
meetings,
all the media and things that happen prior to, and then just take it all in. I'll get video and pictures and whatnot, and we'll have a whole show dedicated to Uncle Johnny for sure.
It'd be amazing if, if you because you're going to be in your military uniform and stuff, if you get to escort him.
From what I understand, I'll be in
the family section, I'm sure, yeah.
Well, it's a pretty small venue. If you watched when the other guy got his, they're right there.
Yeah, so the family's like sitting right in front row.
I'm assuming I'm going to meet the president and whoever, Secretary of Defense. And whoever.
I'm sure he'll talk to the whole family.
It'd be crazy. It's
going to be crazy. Mad Dog Mattis, baby. You get to meet him, man. Tell him, shake his hand
And I don't know the etiquette, to be honest with you. I don't know if when I go in service dress blues, if I need to be in full metal, or if I need to if it's okay to be in ribbons. I got to find out.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find out.
Because
so here's the cool thing about this too, I think, Mike, is you'll be able to call your previous commanders and stuff and say, hey, I got a quick question. I'm going to a ceremony, and I want to know the dress. What can I dress? And they're gonna be like, well, what kind of ceremony are you going to? Well, I'm going to a Medal of Honor. So they're gonna be like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So it's a pride thing. Everybody that's ever known you in your career in the military is going to be prideful that they know you and you know him and you're related to him. And
well, when we went out to drill last weekend, there's a captain that's in our group, and he knows somebody that I think got a Silver Star or something like that. And I'm like, look, I'm not trying to one up you or nothing.
Yeah, but but come on.
Can
you hold my bag?
But no, it's going to be pretty crazy.
It's pretty phenomenal.
So I'm a little nervous about going to the White House. Being a commissioned officer. Oh, but there is one really cool thing about it.
What's all cool?
Yeah, it's all cool. I will be promoting September 1st. So now I'll not only be going...
You're getting promoted.
But I'll be a lieutenant commander when I show up.
How about that?
So that's kind of cool, too. So, yeah.
Does your uncle know that?
I don't think he does.
That'd be kind of cool. You're going to go out there, you're going to have a lot of stripes on you.
One more stripe.
Because you have your years of service on your...
No, not for officers.
That dress?
Not for officers.
Oh, okay.
Officers don't have the service stripes. But anyway...
But you're going to be looking good.
It's going to be pretty cool. I need to lose a couple pounds, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But no, I definitely need to know the etiquette about what
when
uniform
you get up in front of the president, hey, how you doing?
High five him.
Or ask him for a selfie. They tweet out a selfie.
He probably would do it.
Tweet a selfie.
That's kind of funny. He's all about
you and your uncle and him tweeting out a selfie.
I tell you what, though, Tom
you should get two guys on a podcast T-shirt and just break it out during the ceremony.
Tom and I intentionally stayed away from politics on this channel.
Yeah. Say what you will, it's still the president,
Right, it's still the president. So I don't watch any of the people at work are all about this impeachment thing. There's tons for, tons against, all this crap. I stay away from it.
I saw a thing that somebody posted that said, God, please send us a sign that you want us to impeach the president. Like, in the next week or something, make the sun go away. right? Because the eclipse is coming. So that's pretty funny.
I mean,
There's people that love
Clinton
it. There's people that hate it. Whatever.
They tried to impeach Clinton for his immoral acts or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, just...
It's and people. Yeah, we're going to stay away from politics, but you're still going to the White House. You're still going to see your uncle get a Medal of Honor.
Yeah, it's still a big deal.
And you get to meet Mad Dog Mattis, and that's going to be worth it. Let alone anybody else.
And it's all about Uncle
the Secretary
Johnny.
of the Navy will be there. You'll be able to meet all those guys.
Yeah.
You'll be hobnobbing.
I had the Secretary of Defense coin. I met him the 3 Secretary of Defense ago. I'm sorry, Joint Chiefs.
Joint Chiefs.
Joint Chiefs. Yeah, I have.
My nephew has a lot of coins. He never got. The president never came and visited him, but the vice president came a couple times through the hospital at Bethesda.
Right.
The president came to Bethesda too, but never made it up to his floor. I mean, I'm sure doesn't have like all day to hang out there, but he has the same thing. All these coins from these people that visit him and stuff. Commandant of the Marine Corps, all that kind of stuff. He got his Purple Heart from the Commandant.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you're going to be out there with
The big dogs.
The guys deciding our future, right?
Anyway, so it's really cool. It's phenomenal news.
It is.
Can't be
Very
prouder.
exciting.
And
More to come.
yeah, definitely more.
We'll definitely hit a whole show on it.
We'll do a whole show. Definitely.
Hopefully, be able to have some good video of him and him discussing things, and maybe get him to throw it to an intro or something. That'd be pretty fun with the Medal of Honor on his neck. That'd be pretty fun. Not to capitalize on that.
And not I didn't know it, but until recently, Medal of Honor recipients actually gain income for that too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they get like
from the organization.
they get like $1,200 or $1,300 a month from the government.
Or like for benefit.
Yeah, and I
cool.
think they get like free medical and
Well,
it's a
should.
huge deal. They
should.
They're like rock stars, man.
Yeah.
Which they should be.
Yeah, they should. I mean, you do something to earn the Medal of Honor.
I still, it's mind blowing what he is going to receive it for. Like, I don't know the details of what he is getting it for. Like,
when they read that citation, it's going to be pretty. I bet it's going to be pretty chilling.
Detail.
You know what I mean?
I can't.
I bet it's literally going to be goosebump chilling.
I got him just thinking about it.
So what you ought to do is you ought to Casey Neistat that whole trip. You ought to film that whole damn thing.
I'm
plane. Thinking. You got your new little thing here. Play on the plane, the whole deal, man. Just log that video log that whole thing.
Yep.
And we'll splice it in here, and we'll throw something together to honor him, man.
It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Oh, it's an amazing achievement.
So
that's cool. So definitely more to follow. We'll follow up with that. We'll keep tabs on what's going on, and we'll bring a whole show about that. That's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So cool. So now let's talk about Silver Lake.
Silver Lake was
for those of you who don't know, Silver Lake, Michigan, is Silver Lake Sand Dunes.
It's a
huge sand dunes.
ORV park, off-road vehicle park.
Yeah, it's like dune buggies and the whole deal, Jeeps and trucks and the whole deal. It's huge sand dunes between a small little inlet town called Silver Lake and Lake Michigan. And the sand dunes actually migrate. They cover houses up over years. There's a controversy right now of a house up there that had been moving sand. The state just told them you have to stop moving the sand.
Oh, so right, because
over time the sand's going to take their house over. But the dunes, a lot of people go up on the dunes. There's a lot of campgrounds around there. A lot of fun activities in the summer. And your group has been going up there for years.
Yeah, we were talking about this. I mean, time flies. So we've been going up there for 8 years.
Since I've known you've been going up there.
2009 was the first time we went. Was 2009.
Well, that's before I knew you.
Yep. And then the other folks have been going up there for 14, 15, 16, 17 years.
This is an annual thing.
Yep.
Right after you were up there, or right at the tail end of when you were up there, or right after you were up there, they had a veterans thing going on up there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, were you still up there for that?
No. I was.
It was right afterwards, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Bobby went.
They take people up there. They take them for rides. On the
Bobby's took his truck out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but Matthew was up there and he ran into Bobby and everything. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I would have liked to stayed for that one, but
so you guys stayed. Where'd you stay? At the state park or at just a regular campground?
Took the camper out to state park.
State park, which is right by the entrance.
It rained 5 days out of the 10 we were there, but that wasn't actually that bad because then there's lots of puddles and clean water.
Yeah,
clean water instead of the nasty, dirty water.
And it washes off the vehicles.
So on the nasty, dirty water, there's some sections you can cut in the video.
Yeah, like mudders.
Well, not
doing some mudding.
Well, like my son driving through the water.
Yeah.
There's puddles you can show, like clips of the nasty water.
Yeah, this is going to be a good time because I don't know the clips yet. So when we review these clips, I'll throw in some good ones, some action shots and stuff. So what was it? It was 10 days.
10 days.
Roughly, right?
Yep.
So you get up there. Was everybody there when you got there, or were you there?
No, I was the first one. As a matter of fact,
Oh, okay.
I worked the night before, and so I took the trailer up with me to work.
Yep.
And went straight.
Oh, that's right. You left right from work.
Yep, right from work. And so I have a little intro video that you can show.
Cool.
When we're getting there, and yeah, I got there. Check-in time is 3:00. I got there at 10:40 something. And so I went in and I said, "Hey, is there any chance I can get in, check in early?" And apparently, the way they do the reservations, it's 6 months prior.
Oh wow.
So you can, and it's full.
Yeah.
That
All the time.
particular spot.
It's like the state park in Pentwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky if you get a spot in there.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we have a guy that calls up and gets 6, 8, 10 spots, however many we need for the year, or for that trip. And unfortunately, you have to put them under different names. So when I got there,
Oh, like one person can't get 6 or 8.
right.
Yeah.
So when I got there, it was under this person, that person, other person. I said, well, I went up and looked. I seen that the spots were open. Do you mind if I just go sit up a little bit early? And they said, yeah, 1:00. So
A little early. Yeah.
I just kind of hung out, and when 1:00 showed up.
Cool. So more people started rolling in.
Yeah, actually, when I got there about 10-1 to check in, Troy, one of the other guys, was
Rolling in.
drove in right behind me.
So, what was it like? What day was this? A Thursday or something?
Thursday. Yep, Thursday afternoon.
So when was the first time you guys hit the dunes? Like everybody got there Thursday, or did some people get there Friday? Or
No, a few people got there Thursday. A few people got there Friday. I mean, people come in and out.
Yep.
We have a core group that typically stays
Right.
the whole 10 days. And I don't think we went out Thursday because,
yeah, you got
you
it
set up
settled.
camp.
And people are showing up, and
Yeah,
you're saying hi and everything. Yeah.
Yep. And then, so Friday might have been the first time that we went out. Plus, the weather was not the best. It was kind of rainy and crappy.
Yeah.
So I don't think we went out Thursday. I think
Maybe Friday.
I think we went out Friday.
So how many? Like when you guys head out to the dunes, what do you have? How many vehicles?
Depends. So we got my Jeep, Troy's Jeep, Don's Jeep, Melissa's daughter, Kaylin's boyfriend brought his truck. Then we got another guy, Billy, who's got a Jeep. He's got a Grand Cherokee. It's amazing that thing's even still running. But it's pretty awesome. And then Don used to bring up dune buggies, but we have a guy, the Canadian we call him because he comes from Canada. He brings jet
That
ski,
makes sense.
so we have a jet ski. And then Billy brings
Over the lake.
Yep, Billy brings jet ski, and then Troy brings his boat. So usually we go out salmon fishing 2-3 days.
Lake
out.
Michigan, or
Yeah, right out of Pentwater.
oh, nice.
That little
Yeah,
um,
boat launch.
boat launch. Yep, we go right.
Yeah, I
out.
used to work that in high school.
Yep.
I didn't. Two of my best friends did.
Yep. So we do.
They used to sleep while the boaters launched their boats.
And we'll have some pictures of some kings we caught.
That's a whole other story.
There's some clips out there.
That's good.
Yeah,
Is this the guy whose boat you've been out on before?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Troy wants to go fishing every day if he could.
Yeah.
But it's good fun, man.
So you guys were all over the dunes,
all over the dune. So we
lakeside.
They have they have a parade, the sand rail. I can't remember what it's called, but there's some video you can show the clip of the sand rails. They do a parade, and those things. Some of those things have hundreds of thousands of dollars in it.
So there's Jeeps, there's trucks, there's dune buggies, there's quads, there's motorcycles.
Yep.
I mean, you name it, somebody will try to take it up on a dune.
And in the July time frame, it's a madhouse because
Yeah.
that weekend is just. There's 2 or 3 weekends in July and August that are just packed full of stuff.
Yeah.
So the dunes
You got to be
are
careful.
just.
Got to be really careful.
Yeah. There's people die on the dunes. You could Google it every year.
Yeah.
Somebody dies.
Because what they do is they're constantly changing. So you might think you know what's over the next horizon, but you don't know.
Well, so they pretty much change hour to hour.
Yeah. You go out, drive around for a while, come back, your tracks could be gone. It could look different from where you.
Like your tracks will be gone 5-10 minutes
Pretty
after. Well, because when it's really busy and there's hundreds of
Yeah.
cars, Jeeps,
You can only go
trucks,
so many
motors-
places, right?
Well, you'll see pictures that you show, there's
Just parked everywhere.
just parked on top of the test hill.
Yeah.
Test hill's the first hill that you go when you come up. It's the first hill you go. Test hill, see if your vehicle can make it.
Can actually make it.
Yeah. And
Cool.
then a lot of people like to sit up there and just watch people go by. I'd rather be just in the 2 tracks and, you know,
Driving around, enjoying.
you'll see some pretty.
I've seen some things from previous trips up there that pretty phenomenal. You didn't bury your Jeep this time in the water, did you?
A little bit, but
Yeah.
not
Not like
bad.
before.
No. But
Your green
the-
one could probably take it.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we'll link the Wallapalooza Facebook page.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's some additional
Pretty
pictures
cool
and
stuff,
videos
yeah.
and stuff that because everybody has admin rights to the Wallapalooza page.
They can add their
They
videos.
can add their videos. There's hundreds of pictures and videos, so you can check them out.
Yeah. So what we'll do is throughout this, we've been probably I'll edit in videos throughout this, but we'll probably hit a break here where I'll throw some videos up and stuff and with some music or something. And,
Yeah.
enjoy some of the video that Mike captured from the dunes up there. And if you're ever interested, we'll link the webpage to the Wallapalooza site, which I'm sure has information on the dunes.
Yeah, we
Or
invite
Google Silver
everybody
Lake
to
Sand
come
Dunes. I mean, Silver Lake Sand Dunes is pretty famous for the people up here in the Michigan area that want to go, go out on the
Absolutely.
dunes.
Yep.
Awesome.
So check it out.
Yeah, so enjoy some of these videos, and we'll be back after the videos.
All right, here we go. Wallapalooza 2017, boy. Pulling in. Here's some water footage. Silver Lake sand dunes. Loud, stupid four-wheelers. Not bad, dude. See how I can't tell how deep this one is. Anyway, this is Silver Lake Sand Dunes. We're hanging out at the water part of it. Just chilling like a feeling. This is gonna be a video for the podcast. Silver Lake Sand Dunes in the green Jeep. This is the lineup for the sand rail parade. There's a lot of mother effers out here. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. My Jeep is over there somewhere. There it is. You can see green Jeep stands out. But there's a lot of people here. That's the free hot dog line. Free hot dog line. This is Silver Lake Sand Dunes. This weekend has the Sand Rail Parade. I don't know what it's actually called, but you could look it up. Silver Lake events. Pretty cool. Silver Lake State Park. Hart, Michigan. Hart, Michigan. That's the hot dog line, by the way. And it's family friendly because they have the bouncy house out here for the kids. Not a bad gig. Beautiful day. July 28th, I think it is. Or 29th. July 29th. But yeah, you can see the sand rails are pretty cool. Lots of money in some of those things.
All right, so welcome back. Thanks for watching those videos. A lot of that video Mike captured always up on the dunes, but we also got some video from some other people off the Wallapalooza site and things like that that kind of show you a good gamut of what the sand dunes have to offer up there. So if you're into that and you like it and enjoy it, It's a great time to go up for a day or to go, for 10 days like you went.
It's always more fun. You have more people.
Yeah, and just remember to be safe. Don't drink and drive and all that kind of stuff up there. People can get hurt real quick up there, but safety first, and then after that, just have fun.
Yep. Get after it.
So, wrap it up here, Mike. I think obviously the vacation was well worth it,
Well worth it.
and looks like you had a lot of fun.
Good times well spent.
So next year, right?
Yeah, July. I think we're going to do it a week earlier, so around the 12th, 15th time frame for 10 days.
Nice, awesome.
Yep.
Let's touch again on your uncle. So Medal of Honor being awarded, October, November time frame. You said, I think.
Yeah.
Right. That somewhere in there.
October, November. We're not really sure, but again, check out his book, 65 Years of Secrecy by John Cardinalli.
Linked below.
It's in the Kindle, and
The video
check out
too.
his
So
video.
the video,
Yep.
that was a relative of yours that did the video, or
Yeah.
or at least narrated the
It
video.
was a cousin. Yep.
Yeah, cousin. So that'll be down there too. Make sure you link that, or check that link out. We'll have all that stuff in the bottom with the Wallapalooza website
Link,
down
yep.
below.
The Facebook page.
Facebook page, and it'll be good. You're gonna video blog your trip out to DC, which
so
will be
stand
awesome.
by for some follow up on that.
Yeah, that'll be really great.
Be good stuff. And just in case you're wondering, this right here,
Yeah, little injury today.
a little small injury. I should have recorded it, but I was helping my son change a front bumper out on his first new car. So congratulations to my son Santino. Bought it with his own money. It's pretty awesome.
It's a nice car too.
Yeah,
It's in really good shape.
real good vehicle. I just had a little hole in the bumper, so we wanted to swap it out, and the bumper wanted to swap me out, so it gave me a nice little gem. So,
Yep.
Well, that does it for this week's show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Two Guys in a Podcast.